Within the last few months, Auteur has been launching quite a few different brand new products, and most of them are actually serums. So today I'll give you a succinct review, their purpose, exactly what they can do for you, also how you can combine them and layer them. I think we have so many different serums that whatever your issue is when it comes to anti-aging plus, you can definitely find it within the line of Auteur. They do specialize in reversing and preventing the signs of aging. They're very different than any other brand that I've ever used before, specifically because each one of their bottles contains a lot of different very active ingredients, up to 40 active ingredients in each bottle. And what specifically attracted me and made me stick with Auteur for such a long time is not just the results, but it's also the fact that every ingredient is a very high purity grade and also a very high concentration, which is very important for me because I want fast results. I'll start with the line serum because this is actually the first serum that Auteur came out with, and this is the first serum that I used by Auteur, and this is the one that I've been using the longest, for 2 years. Every one of the Auteur serums is a kind of a peptide-rich formula, or at least the majority of them. This one specifically contains a neurotransmitter peptide. It contains Cynic, and this is why I love this product. I've said this before, but this is one of my favorite, and I think I still maintain that opinion. This is probably my favorite peptide-rich serum of all time. In addition to Cynic, which is the neurotransmitter peptide, inside here you have a variety of other peptides. So holistically, all these peptides, and especially the Cynic, which is modeled after Botox or the effects of Botox. So all of these peptides here work cohesively to kind of remove all of your lines, wrinkles, and they even to some extent create a firmness of the skin, because when you think about it, when your lines are smoothed out, you don't have any visible lines anymore, your skin does appear to be a little firmer, a little bit more taut. You can combine this serum with any other serum in the whole collection because it's such a unique serum, because it contains Cynic and such a high concentration of neurotransmitter peptides and other peptides. It does combine very well with any of the other serums. I've only been using this serum at night for the last, give or take, 2 years, and the reason being is the consistency of the serum is a little on the sticky side, so it's not exactly comfortable to be used under makeup, although you can technically press it also just over your lines, so you can have that Botox effect, especially in this area, because Botox cannot be applied here or anywhere below your eye line. So if you do that, yes, you can probably apply different serum and apply makeup on top, but quite honestly, I don't see the need, because as I mentioned, all of the Auteur serums are packed with highly active, high purity grade and highly concentrated actives to such an effective extent that you technically don't need to use their products twice a day. The Renewal Serum is another brand new product. It just launched a couple of months ago. I just posted a complete review on this serum. I will attach it down below so you can see exactly all the details around this serum, but I have to say that I love the Renewal Serum just as much as I love the line serum. This also works on lines and wrinkles and smoothing them, but in a very different way. And people who have used this serum, including me, by the way, report a 51% reduction in lines and wrinkles. And I have to say that's exactly what I observed after using this for 5 weeks. It is also a peptide-rich formula now. Unlike the line serum, it does not contain a neurotransmitter peptide, so it doesn't have Cynic, but it does have a variety of other peptides. It does have a brand new peptide created also by Auteur, which is a growth factor peptide, which is a peptide that simulates the effects of a growth factor. The very unique thing about this serum is that it does contain perfluorocarbon or perfluorocomplex, and I have to say that after testing quite a few of the products by Auteur that do contain perfluorocarbon, this is, I have to say, probably my new favorite ingredient, and I wish that I can have it in any one of my products. So perfluorocarbon is actually an oxygen carrier. It carries oxygen to your cells, and thus it improves the metabolism of your cells. I've been getting a lot of questions on brands that actually address NAD. There are quite a few products on the market that claim to fix NAD, improving the metabolism of cells. Perfluorocarbon does exactly that and so much more. The Renewal complex also contains niacinamide. It also contains hyaluronic acid, a low molecular hyaluronic acid, so it is super hydrating. This is a serum that you can actually apply in the morning, at night, both. It doesn't really matter. I'm actually using both of these together now, and I layer them. I do use the Renewal Serum first, and then I apply the line serum. You will see a significant improvement in lines, wrinkles, brightening of your skin, and also just overall firmness of your skin, and just the vitality of your skin will completely change because both of these contain a lot of peptides, niacinamide, and perfluorocomplex. And I love all Auteur products, but these are my favorite two serums of all time. Let's talk about another, what I call a base product, and I'm calling all these serums, the ones that I'm gonna talk about first, and there's 5 of them, I'm calling them base products because if you're going to layer some serums, these are the products that you always apply first. So let's talk about the Collagen Activator. This was just launched, I would say 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's how long I've been testing it. And this adds yet another kind of a different flavor to the Auteur collection because this, in addition to containing quite a few different peptides, this also contains a fix for senescent cells. I've been talking about senescent cells for quite a long time. There's 2 other products that I have tried before, specifically the One Skin, which is specifically designed for senescent cells, and also I tested the brand new Biologic Recharge Prodigy Skin recently for the purpose of fixing senescent cells as well. And if you didn't know, senescent cells, or as we call them, zombie cells, are cells that don't die. They continue to grow. They occupy all of your space in your skin, and at some point they start releasing, unfortunately, secretions which are toxic to the neighboring cells. And that's why they call them zombie cells, because they're just there. They're not efficient. They don't serve a purpose. They're not functioning cells. They're completely useless, but they're there, so they're occupying unnecessary space, and thus they age you. So obviously you want to get rid of them. And the new Collagen Activator contains biologically modified guava, and it does contain peony extract and a few other flower extracts, and the scientists of Auteur have discovered that through those ingredients you actually can successfully battle your senescent cells so they can finally die. This also contains a variety of different peptides, 2 sets of tripeptides, including a growth factor tripeptide, which is technically a peptide that simulates a growth factor. The texture of this is very, very, very interesting. Yes, it sinks into your skin, but it also creates this kind of a layer of a matte cover or a matte pillow. The first time I applied it, I thought, this is gonna be a little drying, but it's actually not. It feels like it's drying because it's mattifying your skin a little bit. It feels as if it's actually covering all of your, it's masking all of your pores and texture. So this product can definitely be used not only at night, you can also use it in the morning. And because it's such a unique product, it's the only one. As I mentioned, each product has a specific purpose. This fights senescent cells, so you can technically combine it with any other product, any other serum within the Auteur line. Let's talk about the Creme de la Creme, which is the composition number 1. This is the most expensive product, the most expensive serum out of the whole line, and there is a reason why. So this does contain a peptide-rich formula. It does contain perfluorocarbon or perfluoro complex. It does contain hyaluronic acid, and it does contain retinol. Now, some people are asking me, well, doesn't that replace Renewal Serum, Line Serum, and the retinol serum? And I have to say no, because although this does contain Cynic, it still doesn't contain niacinamide, and it doesn't contain the brand new growth factor peptides. So you can't technically combine this serum with any of the 3 that I previously mentioned. You can combine it with the Line Serum, you can also combine it with the Renewal Serum, and now with the brand new serum, the Collagen Activator, because the Collagen Activator fights yet another concern that it doesn't have a fix in the composition number 1, and that's senescent cells. But if you want to eliminate a lot of products, if you just want to have one serum, one and done, without the bother of any other serum, you don't want to do the work, right? You just want one serum, one cream. That this is definitely the one, and you don't even need retinol because this already contains retinol in here. So this is kind of the king of all skincare serums. So yes, this can technically replace all of your serums, but it doesn't necessarily replace a combination of a few of the Auteur serums because they're all very different. And the last kind of a base serum that I want to talk to you about is the Definitive Retinol Serum, and this is actually obviously pure retinol. This is definitely the best retinol on the planet. This is the most hydrating and kind of a gentle yet effective retinol that I have ever tested. So if you've tried retinol, tretinoin, retinol, retin-A, any of the retinoids, and your skin, you kind of felt like it didn't agree with the retinol or the retinoid that you were testing, if it was very drying and super irritating, give this one a shot because this is super gentle, it's effective, it's hydrating, and I feel like a lot more people who are sensitive to retinoids can use this. The Hyaluronic Activator is a product that I always use as a second or third serum. This is not just hyaluronic acid, and even the hyaluronic acid here is low molecular weight. But yes, this is a very hydrating product. It also contains growth factors, it has a little bit of peptides. This product can definitely be used in the morning, although as I mentioned, for the last 2 years, ever since I started with Auteur, I've always been using all Auteur products only at night, and this was always a second serum for me. And the last product I want to mention is the Definitive Lifting Toner. Yes, this is not just a toner, this is also a serum. It was recently reformulated and now includes encapsulated vitamin C. I have said this before, but this year I realized that vitamin C is a kind of a overhyped ingredient, quite honestly, and I don't see it being necessary for me to use it as a separate serum. I did for a couple of years. I used to use C ferulic as a separate serum absolutely every morning. That I tried a few other serums, and the beginning of this year I found Chibula, which is also an antioxidant, and I stopped using vitamin C. Quite honestly, I do not see a difference. In fact, I think my skin feels a little bit better, more hydrated, and I also don't fear the sun anymore because I realized that vitamin C gives me hyperpigmentation. But if it's included in another serum, toner, essence, whatever it is, then I'm fine with it. And now that this contains encapsulated vitamin C, it also contains a little bit more citric acid. This is a good product that I can also use in the morning. I can use it at night. I can use it also throughout the day to hydrate my skin, and I can also use it over makeup. Out of all serums, this is probably the most versatile one because you can use it as a base before any one of your serums, and it's a spray, by the way. Let's spray a little bit. It has a very good kind of a cloud-like spray, so it doesn't disturb your makeup. It also hydrates you a little bit. I think this is a phenomenal product. I don't see a big difference between the old version and the new version, and these are absolutely all the serums by Auteur. If you do have more questions, please comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.